I'm Candace. You may be wondering what this video has to do with apples. Lorley?
Hi everybody. Think an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Try MyotherapyHealthCare.com. Today I'm going to be showing you a proactive approach to your muscles. It's called myotherapy. MYO means muscle and therapy means to heal. What Candace is wearing here is leggings that are white and like a t-shirt or some kind of turtleneck would work the best, but we're working with what we got. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw on these pants, so when Candace puts them on and I'm not around at all, she can just put them on and pretty much know just to hold each X that I'm going to be putting on for 7 seconds. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 7 seconds, which is 1001, 1002, 1003, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a pants pocket on the back of her pants, approximately. And then what we do is we use our elbows, our knuckles, and our thumbs. There's other videos that explain myotherapy, but basically what I'm doing is I'm going into her muscle tissue slow, holding for 7 seconds, releasing slowly, and then moving on to the next trigger point. She's giving me feedback on a scale of 1 to 3. 1 is just pressure. She doesn't feel anything. 2 is a sensation. Could feel sharp, hot, hurt so good, or dropping a pebble in water and how it rings out. And then I'm going to be giving her some passive stretches or some corrective exercises, because muscles have memory and so they forget. The trigger point is gone, so the pain spasm cycle is not going to be initiated. But if the muscle forgets and it's used to being in a pain spasm cycle either temporarily or once in a while or constantly, it's going to want to shift back into that. So she's going to be doing some active therapy here. The number one thing is she's going to give me feedback. The number 2 thing is that she's going to be doing her passive stretches or her corrective exercises 4 times a day. That might sound like a lot. The hardest part is to remember to do them. They should only take a couple minutes to do them. If they're taking them too long, longer than that except for a learning curve in the beginning, then it's you don't want to hold them too long, because they'll take too long to do them and then you won't even do them. So the idea is to do them consistently while your muscles contract. You remind them, no, they don't have to do that, until they get the idea, and then you're good to go. It usually takes between 3 and 6 sessions of myotherapy. On the 3rd session I teach you at a level 1 how to work on yourself, and this is one of the things we do on the 3rd session as an option if you would like me to. So this makes it a lot easier for Candace just to put on her drawers and then go at it with the myotherapy tools. And the myotherapy tools are different tools. These are an example of different tools that you can use for myotherapy. But you're going to learn that as you move around your environment that you're going to be able to see a lot of tools just around, and you can always grab someone's elbow too. So what I would typically do, could you scoot closer to me a little bit, is I would be standing on this side of the table and then I would be pressing on these points with my elbow and holding it for 7 seconds. Boy, you guys are smart. And then I'd move over to the next trigger point, where I know where the trigger points are because I know muscles. I'm a muscle head. But Candace doesn't. So I'm going to just mark it out for her where she would hold it. So there's like a triangle inside of the pants pocket. And then there's like 3 here on the side. And what you do with these is you're going to be pulling in, if I was working on her, in toward her, toward myself, so it's going underneath this big muscle here. When you get a myotherapy session, you'll be able to feel what I'm talking about. So here she has her white outfit on, and I'm going to mark out the belt line. Now the belt line is 3 or 4 X's, X's or O's, whatever you decide. X's are easier. You use the spine, don't ever press on the spine, but right next to it, just use it as a landmark, because we're not working on the bones, we're working on the muscle tissue. So the belt line is about where you bend at your side and where it creases, and then you go to the spine, right next to the spine, not on the spine, and you press and you hold for 7 seconds. And the key to myotherapy too, the technique is go in slow, like a hydraulic press, and come out slow, like a hydraulic press. You don't want to do it fast at all, because then it turns into something else. Anyway, so I'm just going to use her spine, and going up her back, I'm just going to mark 2 out from her spine, because these are basic lines. There's other lines that that we can add on to this, but for right now, she just needs to know basic lines. So I'm going to go up to her bra strap, or right where her bones start, right on her scapula or her shoulder blades. So we're going to hold those for 7 seconds, and then she's going to be doing an exercise. So if you would go ahead and lie on your side, and she's going to take this pillow, flip it over, and you can use it for a headrest. And what she's going to do is stretch that area that we just marked off, that I pretended that I worked. She's going to go up, out, and then relax it. So it's 1, 2, and 3. And that's all you need to do. That's called the sideline stretch. That's an example of one of the corrective exercises. So if you could go ahead and roll over and lie face down again. We're going to go into the lower body today. And I always start in the gluteal area if I'm going up or if I'm going down. And I usually go out about up to here and then decide. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you the lower body. So from basically the waist down, I'm going to be showing you how to where to press with myotherapy, and I'm going to give Candace a blessing of a little roadmap that's pretty personal that she can just put on, and she will be able to myotherapy on herself. So I'm just coloring in a diamond here, and I will get to that later. So what we're going to do is, like there's a diamond in the back of your knee, you're going to go straight up the center of your leg, holding for 7 seconds. Doing what? Hydraulic press. In and out, you bet. You want to do it so you don't cause any kind of unnecessary pain reflex. Just go slow and focus. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing these lines. It's just like a line in the middle and then 2 on the outside, pressing for the 7 seconds. Now I'm going to go down her calf muscle, and I'm going right down the middle, and these are her socks. I won't mark her socks, but we'll do socks on another, feet on another video. Okay, and then, so again, it's a line in the middle, and a line on the inside. So the line in the middle, line on the inside, line on the outside. So what I'm going to ask Candace to do, and that's, I'm just marking her off. Go ahead and lie on your left side with your back toward me. And then I'm going to put this pillow between her legs, and then her bottom of her feet matching up to the end of the table. And you naturally need a pillow for her head, because muscle comfort is very important, because we don't want anything to go into contraction. She's already contracted. Anyway, this is like a line, like in the 70s they had the pants for jogging and they had a line down the side of it. Well, there's a muscle called the iliotibial tract, or a band, and this one's a doozy for athletes. And basically we're all athletes, just being glued to the planet. So what I'm doing is I'm going to do a line going down one side of that big fat band, and then when I come to her knee, I'm just going to go and come back up the other side of it. Now there's other lines that you can do, but I'm just doing basic lines right now. If she was more advanced, I would do more advanced lines. But this is a stripe. You do one side on the front side of it and go to the back and come back up the other side. So now I'm going to readjust this pillow. I'm going to bring it over here. She's going to just put her top leg on top of the pillow, and then she's going to extend her leg so then I can work on the inside of her leg. So what I'm going to be basically doing, what's important with the inside of the leg, is you go up the seam, but the difference here is you start below the knee, because that's where the muscles are attached to. So you want to work on the whole muscle. And how long do you want to hold it for?
7 seconds.
7 seconds. I heard that. Great. Awesome audience. Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, Candace. Anyway, so I'm just doing a line up the middle and a line and 2 lines on the side. Same thing, if I was working on her, I'd be using my elbows like this. But I'm demonstrating how you can come in, or you can figure this out yourself. It's a wonderful way to be able to advance in your myotherapy technique. Go ahead, roll over and lie on your back, please. So what you want to do with this situation is when you put someone on their back, you want a pillow underneath their legs, because you're going to be pressing on their thighs. Now, myotherapy is designed for the person to do it themselves, but it's always nice to get worked on. So if your loved one wants you to work on them and you don't want them to be irritable, work on them. It's a great opportunity because they can work on you too. Because guess what? We do need to take care of our bodies even more than ever as we get older. So if you're not used to taking care of yourself, it's got to be a deep plunge. But you can do it. Your body's forgiving. I have a saying that when you're young, you tell your muscles what to do, and when you're older, your muscles tell you what to do. And hopefully you have a good relationship. But if you don't, no worries. Muscles are very forgiving. If you start nurturing them and helping them, they will serve you really well for a long time.